you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I, of course, am Mr. Clark Griswold. Thank you for being here today. If you are a first-timer to the channel or new to the Strat, these videos are going to change the way that you guys trade. So is the Strat, okay? If you haven't done so yet, go down below, click that subscribe button, and then hit that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one every single day, okay? This is a review video on a trade I took with AMD. I'm also going to go over Lucid because I had a lot of DMs talking about the Lucid play and how many people were in it. So I just want to show you guys how this one played out and how that one played out. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. If you guys have questions, you can DM me there. You can comment there. Ask away, guys. It doesn't matter what the question is. If you're struggling, if you're having trouble, ask. I will help you out, or I will push you in the right direction to get you that help, okay? That's what I'm here for, okay? I make these videos. They're basically free for you guys, okay? I don't charge you guys. I don't have a Discord. I don't have any courses to teach this stuff. It's free, and it should be free. And I want to keep it that way. I spend a lot of time making these videos, so the way to keep it free and to help keep it free is when those little 15-second ads pop up, just watch them. I know they're easy to skip on, but those advertisers pay for this stuff to keep it free, okay? And it keeps the money in your guys' pocket. And I want to be able to continue to keep doing that. So watch those little ads. Keep this stuff free. Keep the money in your pockets. If you're looking for other learning tool videos, I've got over 200 videos for you guys to learn from. I've got videos on broadening formations, what the candlestick numbers mean, entries and exits, hashtag 30 and 30s, which I'm going to go through one today, so make sure you watch for that. How to play gaps, how to play 3-1 strategies, Sarah Strat Sniper's 50% rule. Okay, over 200 videos. I do multiple trade review videos. Okay, so go check those out and follow along with us on our trading journey, okay? So I'm going to look at AMD today. When the market opened up, I was kind of sifting through the plays that I gave on the top 5 watch list, which were, you know, KR, Adobe, BIDU, GME, IBM, Lucid, Moderna. And then I came across, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think AMD was on the top 5. But I wasn't really seeing anything on those, so I went down to the next few to kind of see what was happening. And AMD was getting ready to trigger. And I told you guys on Twitter, I sent out a tweet saying AMD is about to trigger. Okay? I gave you guys the call to get in on this trade. So this was our trigger right here. This yellow line at $83.28. That was the trigger. So I'm just going to go down to the 5-minute chart to break this down for you guys. And let's hop back here. And we'll zoom in. So overall, this play netted me 18% in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so I think it was 14 and 22. 14 on the first half that I sold and 22 on the remainder. Okay, so this was the opening bar on AMD, the opening 5-minute bar. So we opened here and then we came down, and this, right around this time here, is when I gave you guys that notice saying AMD is about to trigger. Okay? And sure enough, we break through that trigger and we tag the first target, okay? And so I'll always tell you guys, if you're in this range and you have a 15, 18, 20% gain and you hit that first target, you should be taking some profits at that target, okay? And that's exactly what I did. And then I just watched this for a bit, and because I already had profit on this, if the rest goes to zero, it doesn't really matter. It came back up through this range back through the target, and then here, this is where we closed, okay, right here, and then we opened up here and came back up. I was still holding on to this at this point. It came back up a little bit more on the third 15-minute bar. So we're 15 minutes into the day now. And then it comes back down, back through targets. And in this range here, guys, is where I decided to take my final profits. Realistically, there was no reason for me to get out of this trade other than my kids go to school at 8 o'clock, and automated trading is not the easiest thing to do with Quest Trade. So I have to end up watching my trades. They do have a platform for me to use. I haven't dived into it yet, but I'm okay doing this. So anyways, I sold right in around here at the bottom of this broadening formation here. Okay, and if we zoom out, this is on a 5-minute time frame. So this broadening formation is going to go a fair ways back. I'm not going to go through it. But I tagged that, and then that was my second sell. That's where I sold the rest of my contracts, and that was a 22% gain off of that. Okay, and then it went down a little bit more. Realistically, if this is what you're watching and you're looking for a reversal, well, you would have been out here normally, or off of this target here, or if you would have held a little longer and then looked for a reversal off of this candle, you would have been out here, and then it started to trend up. So there's two ways to look at this. You could have held and hoped for more gains, okay, and you would have lost. Okay, and that's why I always tell you guys to take profits. So 18% in a day, I didn't make another trade all day. I didn't have to. Okay, I'm comfortable with that on the day. I made enough for the day. I don't need to overtrade. Okay, but there was an opportunity, if you guys missed this one, to get back in on AMD. So when I give you guys these watch lists, I don't like to watch these past an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours into the day. Okay, if they don't trigger usually within the first hour, hour and a half, I'm not looking at them anymore, because that's usually the big moves happen first thing in the morning, and that's what I like to catch. I like to catch those first 2 hours, and that's where the big moves happen normally. Okay, a lot of people don't like trading that way. That's what I like to do, and that's the way the triggers are set up. Doesn't mean they don't trigger later on in the day, but for me, after that first hour and a half, if nothing's happening, then I switch over to start looking for 30 and 30 plays or other setups on smaller time frames. Okay, so in saying that, I did say you guys had an opportunity to get in here one more time. So I just told you, if they don't work out in the first hour, hour and a half, I switch over to start looking for 30 and 30s. Well, guess what AMD had today on the 30 and 30? Okay, here's your first 15-minute bar, outside bar. Second 30-minute bar. Second 30-minute bar is an inside bar. Your third 30-minute bar, we start trending up. Okay, but at this point, everything is still red outside of the hourly. Okay, so what happens? The way I know, sorry guys, the way I know the daily is red is because this is where we opened up, way up here on this candle at the top. So I know that we're red on the day until we pass that. So the day was red, the hourly was green until we triggered right there. Okay, to the downside. This, guys, is a prime 30 and 30 play. Okay, it doesn't get any more clear than this. 3-1-2 setup. Okay, 3-1-2 to the upside, but we didn't have time frame, so you shouldn't have been playing this to the upside off of this 3-1. What you should have played is this 2 up, 2 down scenario, and this is a perfect 30 and 30 setup. We break through that trigger, and it was nothing but downside all the way down. We still don't have a reversal signal. If you guys were in on this 30 and 30 play, you're probably up. Let me see, if here to here we were, 20%. From here to here, you're 20, 40. You're probably 60 to 80% winner on this 30 and 30 off of AMD. Okay, and until you get a reversal here, I would probably still be in this play. So you can take profits here. I would probably be taking about 50% of my profit right here and seeing if it rides a little bit lower. This is where I would be looking for my reversal off of this candle. So there's only 230 left to close this 30-minute candle. If we start to trend up, which it looks like we might possibly do, then I'd be out of this trade. The other thing, guys, look at what we tagged again, the bottom of this broadening formation. So if we go back to the daily, and there's that broadening formation, okay? And we can move that down to there. So we've hit lower lows, we've tagged, went back up, we've tagged again, okay? So that was the 30 and 30 play. There's two ways you could have played AMD today. One would have been a 18% plus for sure is what you should have made on that. The other one was this 30 and 30, and it was dynamite. So if you guys have 30 and 30 plays, make sure you're posting them on my Twitter. I want to see them. I want to see what your guys' gains and these wins that you guys are grabbing. Okay, the next one we've got is Lucid. So I had about 5 people tell me that they jumped in on Lucid. Thank you for the videos. Lucid made me a killing today. So again, this was in our top 5 list. We had the triggers, tops and bottoms. The day and the week are both green. That's what I like to see on my day trades. Anything after that is a bonus and just more confluence that the trade is going to work out. So this yellow line was our trigger at 1858. Let's hop down to the 5 just to see how this thing played out. And guys, when I'm in the trade, yes, I jump down. Once I trigger in, I jump down and I watch on the 3, I watch on the 5, and I watch on the 15 to see where these plays are going to go, and I look for reversals for me to get out of the trades, okay? That's how I do it. Okay, so Lucid was pretty simple. And I really wanted to get in on Lucid, but we didn't trigger on Lucid till about 8:15, and I'm already gone out of the house at that point. So we kind of chopped around here in the first hour, half hour or so. And then finally, at around 8:15, 8:20, we broke through that trigger. And this was clean, guys. So we break through this trigger, okay? And we're in this trade now. And it was very, very, like I said, it was very clean. And we went up through that first target. This target now becomes your stop loss. We come up through the second target. Now there's a bunch of different ways where you can place your stop losses on this, guys. You can have it here, and you would have been out of the trade, but really, really great gains. You could have had it here, out of the trade with still some really great gains. Or you could have still left it there, which I can't see many of us doing that. I certainly wouldn't have done that. My stop loss probably would have been here, to be honest, because I would have wanted to see that reversal. And unfortunately, that's what we had here, and we would have lost out on some money, but that's okay. The other thing I will tell you guys, I know some of you might ask me, a lot of times I'll follow this 9 EMA, this blue line, okay? And when we close below that, that's when I would get out of the trade. But for this, I don't think this trade had run up enough for me to do that. Again, I don't know what the gains are on it, so worst case, you would have stopped out somewhere at your first target on if this candle continued to trend down. Like I said, I don't think I was long enough in this trade for me to use that 9 EMA. Now, I will tell you, if this 2 down would have been a 2 up, this would have become my stop loss, okay? I would have run this thing up. And this yellow line here, this yellow line here is where my stop loss would have been if I had followed that 9 EMA, because we closed below it right here. So there, you still would have been in really, really nice gains. You would have had a nice profit there. The other thing, when I look at this, if we're up this high, this is probably 60% plus. And if I'm getting into that 60, 80% plus range and I see a reversal on it, I'm probably looking at taking the rest of my profit there, because that's a really, really good gain in a day and in 2 hours, basically. So if you can make 60 or 80% in 2 hours, I'd be taking that and running with it. So Lucid was a really, really good trade today. It is still trading currently. If we go, if we go just ahead and look, and it has come all the way back down, and that, guys, is why we take our profits. Okay, so it's come back all the way down to the first trigger, or through the first target. So those were the 2 plays today, guys. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you're learning something from this. I hope you were green. If you weren't, go back and watch some of the videos. Ask me questions. I'm here to help you guys out and become better traders so you can kind of do what you want in life. Okay, that's the goal here, is for us to kind of gain freedom to do this instead of doing what we don't really want to do. So hopefully you guys were green. Hopefully you guys understand the trades. If you didn't, like I said, ask me questions. Make sure you're following along on Twitter, because I did call out that AMD play for you guys to jump in on. Subscribe down below. Make sure you're watching those ads, and watch out for Lotto Friday videos coming up. We will see you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.